Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 27th, I believe, if I'm correct. Oh my gosh, now I gotta go back and look at my planner. Oh, it's March 28th. See, I never know what day it is. I say this all the time. It is not in jest, my friends. It is Wednesday, March 28th. And today we're gonna talk about my favorite free blogging resources. Holy crap, I keep dropping everything today. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that today is, it'll be pretty quick, and I've kind of covered some of these in the past, but I'm going to go over them again today because we have lots of new faces. And if you're new here, welcome. We're so glad to have you. If you're joining us on Facebook Live, if you are listening via the podcast, thanks for hanging out with me there too. You can also find most of these videos now on YouTube, which is pretty awesome. You got some of you are subscribing to YouTube because YouTube is more your thing, and that's awesome. So no matter where you're hanging out, welcome. If you don't know who I am, I'm Gina Luker, and I blog at theshabbycreekcottage.com, where I share creative ways to eat, make, and decorate, and GinaLuker.com, where I'm a cheerleader for kick-ass business-minded bloggers like you. And we get together every morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Central Time to talk about blogging over breakfast. And we do that on Facebook.com/GinaLukerLive. So, lots of things to say this morning. Good morning, your pretty faces. It's nice to see you guys today. So today we are going to go through my top 5 favorite blogging resources, and it's been a little while since I've gone through some of these, and I found a new one yesterday too that I pretty much fell in love with, and it's one that I had not used before. Some of you may have used it in the past, but I have not. So it was pretty cool for me. So the first one that I want to talk about is Asana. If you've never heard of Asana, it's like a scheduling tool where that you can plan out, blog posts or product launches or parties or whatever you want to plan out. And you can invite other people to be part of your team, and you can assign tasks. So let's say you're having, we're having our summer tour of homes pretty soon on the blog, which there's only 6 of us, I think. But we're doing a summer tour of homes. I could honestly do an Asana thing that said, turn in your links by this date so that I can create the HTML, post on this date, share on this date and this date. And I could invite all the people who are doing it with me so that they would get a good understanding. I'm not going to do that because there's only 6 of us, so it doesn't make sense for such a small thing. But it works great when you're doing like product launches. Product launches have a lot of moving parts, like a ton of moving parts. You have a ton of emails to write. You have a lot of sales copy to write. You have videos if those are on your page. You have so much to handle. So and especially if you have a team, because there's about 5 people that work on any given launch for me. And so to make sure everybody does all their moving parts, we use Asana. It's free. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. The second one is Canva. If you've never heard me talk about Canva before, it's an online graphic design tool that you can use. Now, there is a paid version, which I do pay for because there's lots of bells and whistles if you pay $10 a month. But you can do a ton of free stuff in it. And I highly recommend Canva if these days, even though at my disposal on my computers, because I have 2 here. I have a desktop and I have a laptop, right? On my computer actually all programs are on both one. And I'm very proficient in them, I might add. I've been using them for over a decade. Well, closer to 2 decades, I think. It's Photoshop, which is awesome for building graphics. I have Photoshop Elements. I have Illustrator. I have InDesign. I have all these tools at my disposal to build graphics, And these days, probably 60% of our graphics are built in Canva. It may be even more these days because Canva has pre-made templates and you can go in and you can just edit those templates, or you can create your own and build from those. There's tons of opportunities in there, and you don't have to wrap your head around how do I lay it out to make it look good, what size should I be using for a YouTube cover or whatever. It will step by step go through it for you. Like, it has the dimensions already plugged in, and there's pre-done templates, and all you do is drag and drop your photos and your text. You can change the color, you can do all those things. And if you've never used Canva before, you should totally check it out. You can only build 30-page books in it, but then you can use, which wasn't on my list, but you can use a program called smallpdf.com, which is free to use, and then you could stitch those together. The workbook for the upcoming boot camp was just completely redone last week, and it was all built in Canva. Like I said, I have InDesign. I could have easily done it on InDesign. That's what InDesign is for building books and newspapers and magazines. It's what most publishers use. But the fact that Canva makes it so easy is why I end up using Canva. So you can make, books together. Like, I know the Ultimate Blogging Bootcamp workbook is 96 pages long, and so I had to have 4 documents and then put them together, all PDF those 4 documents together. So that's an option if you need to do any kind of graphic. And as a blogger, you have to. You need pinnable graphics, you need YouTube covers, you need Facebook graphics, you need Instagram posts, you need, the list goes on and on and on and on and on of the things that you need graphic design for. You can even create logos, by the way. The Ultimate Blogging Bootcamp logo was created in Canva in less than 5 minutes, as well as the Blog Start Bootcamp logo was also made in Canva in less than 5 minutes. I didn't hire a graphic design team, I just did it. And, it can save you a lot of money. I mean, logos are not cheap, and they have hundreds of pre-made options. So if a logo is something that you've been struggling with, at the very least, I would say look at Canva first before you invest thousands and thousands of dollars in branding. The next thing I want to tell you about is this CoSchedule headline analyzer tool. So you can Google that, and you do have to sign up for the mailing list, which is fine. They send out some really great info on their mailing list. But the CoSchedule headline analyzer tool will help you to create better headlines for your blog posts, for your emails, for your Facebook posts, whatever it is. It's an algorithm-based tool where you type in what you want it to say, and it will break it down into the clickability of it, and it rates it from 0 to 100. And we try to aim for 70 or better, but you need to at least go play with it and try it out. It will help you rethink the way that you write headlines. These days, because I have a thing, which I don't know if you can see it back there. See this big clipboard? You can't see it if you're listening on podcast, but I have a huge clipboard that's full. It's got a printable that comes in the Ultimate Blogging Bootcamp workbook, and it's 299 plus viral blog post titles. And so basically they are drag and drop, like fill in the blank. And I've already analyzed and pre-written 300 titles where I can just kind of fill in the blank and make sure that I'm writing great blog posts, so we don't have to use it as much as we once did. But if you're just getting started, it is called, you can Google the CoSchedule Headline Analyzer Tool. If you look at that, Lindsay, because Lindsay asked the question of what is it called, if you Google that, you'll find it. And like I said, you'll have to put in your email address, but it's totally worth it. The next one, the number 4, so first was Asana, second was Canva, third was the CoSchedule Headline Analyzer Tool, and the fourth one, back to graphic design, I should have put it there, was one that I found yesterday called Free Pick, P-I-K, Free P-I-K. And what it is it's free mock-ups that you can use. So, for example, in today's Shabby Creek Cottage blog post, my daughter, which I can show it to you, my daughter did a free watercolor printable. Like, she created this from hand. I mean, it's on watercolor paper. She created this, and so I didn't want to have to find a frame, stage it, take a picture, blah, blah, blah. So what I did was I took, I went to freepik.com, and you look for what's called a mock-up. And in that mock-up, yes, free pick, P-I-K, pick. You look for mock-ups, and then what you can do is put your design on top. So the one I chose was just a plain background. It's like a wood base and a white wall behind it, and then there's a frame, and inside that frame I could take, because I had to upload this to my computer, I took this, I scanned it into my computer, so it turned it into an image file, right? So once I had that image file, what I could do is copy that image and then shrink it down and put it right in that frame. And so now on my blog, it looks like I have a picture with a frame with that watercolor in it. And I should have opened it up on my iPad, but I wasn't that smart. But they have tons and tons and tons of options, and so it's great if you're doing free printables, or let's say you have an ebook, you could use a book cover and do an ebook, or you could also do a like the Blog Start Bootcamp, the Ultimate Blogging Bootcamp, both of those you saw on a screen, which one was a mock-up, and then the other was actually a flat lay I took myself. So if you've seen the Ultimate Blogging Bootcamp image, it's like a header type image. There's an iPad and like a coffee cup and a scarf and a pen and a notebook. It's just a flat lay that I took myself. So it was my own mock-up. That's literally my iPad laying there. And then we just take the logo and put it on the iPad where we want it. It's a pretty cool technique, and I should probably do a YouTube video and show you guys how to do that. I think I will, actually. I think I'll do a quick YouTube video, possibly maybe today, I don't know. But it takes literally minutes in Photoshop Elements to open up that document, that image, and then to manipulate it to where it will fit on that mock-up. Super, super easy to do. Literally, it takes me far less time to find a mock-up and take a mock-up than it would be, or to make a mock-up with my image on top, than it would be if I had to stage and shoot and edit a photo. I can be done with a mock-up in less than 5 minutes, start to finish. I just go to Freepik, find the mock-up that I want. You do have to give credit, and then you can make this look like a realistic picture, and it's just a printable. And so the printable is on the site, the image is on the site, and it's easy to get. I mean, it's pinnable and it's perfect. The pinnable graphic for that post was done in Photoshop because I already had the pictures in Photoshop. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can show how images work on coffee mugs, t-shirts, book bags, basically anything, guys. Anything that you would put a graphic onto to buy or sell, you can do it with Freepik, which is pretty awesome. It gives you a Photoshop file, and you just take that Photoshop file, and then you can turn it into a mock-up. So the last one that I want to talk about, I guess it's a little self-serving, but is my Facebook community. Fundamentals of Blogging is if you're not a member, it's a group of almost 3,700 awesome bloggers. We're all business-minded bloggers, and it's a support group. It is not a share my stuff and come visit my blog group. That's not what it's about. It's about when you need help, when you need a push, when you need some motivation, when you need some advice. Most of you guys are members in the Facebook Live, but if you're listening on YouTube or the podcast, you can join at ginaluker.com/community. It's I'm gonna like toot my own horn a little, but it's one of the best blogging groups I've ever been a part of, and I'm truly grateful for all of you who are in there every day, and you're supporting each other, and you're sharing the blogging love. It's a drama-free community. I don't put up with all that nonsense in there, and we're just supportive and love each other and help each other. And so yeah, that's my fifth free favorite resource. I'm glad that you love the group, Jessica and Vanessa. You guys are way too kind. I would love to hear what your favorite free blogging resources are. There's hundreds of them out there. These are just a few of my favorites. I could go on and on and on and on and on. I try to use free resources as much as humanly possible because Mama's got enough to pay for as it is. And so if you can use free resources, then that's not a bad thing, right? And I guess you got the bonus one with the small JPEGs or the small PDFs. So there you go. If y'all have any questions about today, then go ahead and leave them below. Tomorrow, I do know what we're going to talk about, which is, I've got it together today. Tomorrow, I'm going to ask you, do you behave like a brand? So think about that, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I hope you have a really great day, and I will see you in the morning. Bye, friends.